Hello everyone, this is Harshit, and in this video I'll be discussing regarding the design of tension members. In the beginning, what is tension member? Tension member are the linear members in which the axial forces act to cause the elongation. Okay, here only the axial force will be made, and this is one of the common type of force which is transmitted in the structural system, and this tension member is very efficient since the entire cross section carries the uniform stress, unlike the flexural members. Okay, in flexural member, what we see, the external fibers will yield first, and it will move towards the center, but here the structure will yield together, that is the whole, maybe the outer fiber or the central fiber will take the load in the uniform stress will be transferred in this members, in the maybe in the external fibers or the internal fiber, the stress will be same. This type of this tension members will be normally used in the roof trusses, bridges, transmission lines, and the communication towers. And regarding the theory, completely regarding theory part, the link will be uploaded in the description part. You can go through the link, and you can completely see and clearly understand the theory part regarding this one. Okay, in this video we'll just seeing only the design of the tension member. Design examples will go through here. The first at the beginning, let us see the failure criteria of the tension members. Okay, so that is a modes of failure. The failure will be occurred by mainly in the by the three ways, that is, one is a gross section yielding, second one is net area rupture, and third one is the block shear. When we talk about the gross section yielding, that is, gross section means the area where the bolts are not there. Okay, the area, that is, if you see here this line, okay, the where the bolt is there, this is a net section. Here this exists net section, and where the bolt is not there, we can consider this one, this area. This is the area where the bolt is not present, and this area we can take it as a gross section. Okay, this is a cross section yielding. Here normally the material will sustain the loads up to members will sustain loads up to the ultimate load without failure, but the members will elongate considerably up to 10 to 15% of its original length at this load. Hence we make the structure as somewhat unserviceable. Hence, while consider the gross section yielding, we'll consider the yield stress, yield limit will consider here in the gross section yielding. Next we talk about the net area rupture, the failure in the critical section. That is, what is net section rupture? That is in this line. If the failure, sometimes the failures may occur at this line, okay, where the bolt is present. Since the area reduces here, since the presence the holes will be present there, so the area of the member will reduce at this line, and this this section will becomes a critical section, and the failure may occur at this point too. Next, if you go to the third one, that is a block shear failure. That is, you can see here the failure which occur, this one you can see here, the section gets separated here, this part, the section will get separated here, that is in the line of bolting, or you can see here too, if you take an angle, this area gets separated, and the line, dotted line, you can see the failure may occur in this line. So this is called as block, the failure may occur like this. This is block shear failure. Okay, next, if you see the design strength of the tension member, that is TD, the design strength of the tension member will be lowest of these three, that is TDG, that is design strength due to the yielding of gross section, the strength which is which exists at the time of yielding of the gross section. Next one, TDN, rupture strength of the critical sections, that is net area rupture, the strength at the net area rupture when in that failure. Next one is TDB, the design strength due to the block shear, the strength at the time of the block shear. If you see, the minimum from these three will be taken as the design strength of the tension member. Okay. The next one, let us go with the design strength due to the yielding of cross section. From IS 800 2007, clause number 6.2, that is page number 32, you will get the formula for the design strength of the yielding of cross section, that is TDG will be equal to AG into Fy divided by gamma m naught. Here AG will be the gross area of the cross section, and Fy will be the yield stress of the material, and gamma m naught will be the partial safety factor of failure, that is by yielding. From table number 5 you can get this value. Okay, it will be equal to 1.1. For any angle, this is if you take a for AG, if you take a rectangular plates, then AG will be equal to width of the plate into thickness, and if you take an angle section, AG will be directly obtained from the steel table. Okay, next let us go for the design strength due to rupture of critical sections. From page number 32, same page, clause number 6.3, same code, you will get the formula for the design strength due to rupture of critical section. If you consider the plates from clause number 6.3.1, TDN will be equal to 0.9 AN FU divided by gamma M1, and gamma M1 will be the partial safety factor for the ultimate stress. It will be equal to 1.25. You can see from the table number 5 in IS 800 2007. Fu will be the ultimate stress of the material, and AN will be the net effective area of the member. That is, AN will be equal to, you will get this equation from formula from the code book itself. B minus N into D naught plus summation of PSI divided by 4G. And if you the staggered connection is there, means you need to use this formula into T, and if you use the chain connection, that is AN will be equal to B minus N into D naught. N will be the number of bolts present in that critical sections. Okay. And next one, if the threaded rods, if you use the threaded rods as a member, then net area rupture TDN strength, the design strength will be equal to same formula, you will get that, and AN will be the net root area of the threaded section. If you use a single section, then TDN varies. TDN will be equal to 0.9 ANC FU divided by gamma M1 plus beta into AGU Fy divided by gamma M naught. Okay, here ANC will be equal to, that is the area of the connected leg. If you see here, okay, in this figure, here ANC, that is area of the, NC means net area of the connected, N means net area, and for this section, the area of this section, the connected leg, and AGO represents the area of this one, area of the outstanding leg. Okay, and next one, Fu and Fy, anyhow you know, and beta means it's a factor, the formula is given in the same page, 1.4 minus 0.076 W by T into Fy by Fu into Bs by Lc. Here W means it represents the outstanding leg, length of the outstanding leg. Okay, maybe if you take a leg as angle as 100 into 75 into 8 mm, if 100 is connected to the gusset plate and 75 mm is outstanding, means the W will be equal to 75. Okay, and Vs is the shear lag width. Vs will be equal to, you can see here the formula indicates Vs W plus W1 minus T, that is W1 you'll get from the SP6 page number 168. While solving the problem, I'll tell that. And W anyhow you know, and T is the thickness of the plate, that is length from the outer portion, from this portion to the connection, bolt connection. Okay, that is shear lag width. Next one, LC, that is the distance between the outermost bolts. This distance, outermost bolt distance between the, if the spacing is pitch is 50 mm, 1, 2, 3 and 4 spaces are there, 50 into 4, so LC becomes 200 mm. Okay, next one, if you at the beginning in the design part, if you don't know the angle, if you don't know the which angle you used to use, the preliminary section, you can use the formula for the preliminary section. TDN will be equal to alpha an fu divided by gamma m naught, where alpha will be equal to 0.6 if 1 or 2 bolts are used, and 0.7 if 0.7 means here 3 bolts are used means 0.7, and 0.8 is if 4 or more bolts are present, means you need to use a 0.8. And AN is the net area of the total section, and next ANC and AGO and T, anyhow I have explained. Here for the preliminary section you will be knowing the load. That load will be taken as TDN, and by using this one you can go with the preliminary section too. You can find out the sections to be. Okay, the third one will be the design strength due to block shear. From class number 6.4, page 33, IS 800/2007. You'll get the formula for this one. That is TDB will be equal to the design strength of the block shear. You'll be having the two formulas there. Okay, so the minimum of these two formulas will be taken as TDB. The smaller values will be taken as TDB. The TDB1 will be equal to AVG Fy root divided by root 3 by gamma m naught plus 0.9 ATN Fu divided by gamma m1, and TDB2 will be equal to 0.9 AVN Fu divided by root 3 gamma m1 plus ATG Fy divided by gamma m naught. Okay, here Fy, Fu, gamma m naught, gamma m1 will be anyhow will be knowing for the, but here AVG and ATN, AVN and ATG. Before seeing that, let us see what is AV and AT. AV means area along the shear plane. This will be the shear plane, this one, and this will be, okay, this is the shear plane. And if you AT means area along the tension plane, that is this one, this will be the tension plane. If you see here, this will be the tension plane and this will be the shear plane. Okay, so if you see there again here, AVG will be equal to, AVG means area along the shear plane, that is gross area. G means gross area along the shear plane, that is from this point to this point. Okay, area, this one, that is LVG, will take it as LVG, that is from here to here, then least length into thickness of the plate. Okay, thickness of the plate, you will get AVG. If you see AVN, AVN means the same line, area along the same line, but you need to reduce the area of the hole, number of bolts. Okay, here in this figure, this will be the shear plane. So AVG anyhow will be equal to LVG into T. While while going to the AVN, the total number of bolts to be reduced will be 1.5, because this one whole bolt will be there, and this one, the length will be exactly at the till the middle. Okay, so we'll take it as 0.5. The length will not be exactly to the end, it is only to the center of the last bolt. So the last bolt will be taking only as 0.5 to the middle of that section you will consider. So the total reduction will here will be equal to 1.5. Okay, here if you consider here in the shear plane, the total reduction will be number of holes to be reduced is 1, 2, 3 and 0.5. 3.5 you need to take, because the fourth point, you will not take the complete hole, you will not take, just to the middle of the hole just will consider. Oh, so total number of reduction will be equal to 3.5 holes you need to reduce in the total length. Okay, when you go to the again tension plane here, the number of holes to be reduced for anyhow for the ATG will be total length, the gross length. When we just ATN, see ATN, the reduction will be 1 bolt, not 2 bolts, because half of this bolt and half of this bolt you need to consider. So reduction will be 1 bolt, and in this figure the reduction will be 0.5. Okay, only 1 bolt is there, but from center of that 1 bolt you will consider, so 0.5 reduction you need to consider. Okay, so this is the three design strength. So minimum of these 3 values you will be considered here in the as the design strength of the tension member. Let us go to one design examples. Okay, so we'll see here. Determine the design strength of the plate, that is plate width is 200 mm and thickness is 10 mm with the holes as shown in figure. This is a figure. If the yield strength and the ultimate strength of steel used are 250 MPa and 410 MPa, okay, and these two values they have given, and 20 mm diameter bolts are used. Okay, so this is a figure. Total number of bolts is 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7 8 9. 9 bolts are used here, and thickness of the plate is 200 mm. So here again pitch and edge distance is given, 40 mm edge distance and pitch is 50 mm. Okay, 50 mm. So let us continue here, and the gusset plate of thickness is 10 mm. It is given in the figure. Okay, so details given here is FU is 410 and FY is 250 and diameter of bolt is 20 mm. So for 20 mm diameter of hole becomes 22 mm. 2 mm you need to increase for the hole, and M naught, gamma M naught is 1.1 and this one is gamma M1 is 1.25. So let us go first one, the design strength at in yielding of cross section, that is TDG will be equal to AG into Fy divided by gamma M naught. So here AG will be equal to 200 into 10. The thickness of the plate is 10 mm and width is 200 mm. So if you see the cross section of this one, if you take a cross section and if you see from this side, so this will be, you can see like this. So the width is 200 mm and the thickness is 10 mm. So the total area is 200 into 10 and Fy is 250 divided by 1.1. So the and gamma M naught, anyhow page number 30 and the table number 5 you can see that. So TDG becomes 454.54 kilonewton. Next one, rupture of the critical section, that is TDN will be equal to 0.9 AN FU divided by gamma M1. Here AN, area of the critical section or the net area of the section, okay, it will be equal to B minus N into D naught. B means width of the plate, that is this one, width, complete width of the plate. D, B minus N. N is the number of bolts, that is in one line you will be having 3 bolts. Okay, bolts are there in the same line, it is not staggered connection again. So 3 bolts are there in one line. It is same in all the lines. Okay, 3 bolts. So N is 3. D naught, that is 22 mm. So the net area becomes 200 minus 3 into 22 into 10 is the thickness of the plate, that is 1340 mm square, and the rest all data will be knowing. By substituting you will be getting 395.56 kilonewton. Okay, next one, the block shear strength. Okay, so for the block shear strength, first we need to find AVG, AVN, ATG and ATN. That is AVG, anyhow the block shear, the failure will occur like this in this line. This part will get separated from the plate. Okay, so if you see AVN here, this one, AVG or AV, this one length LV, that is total 40 plus 50 plus 50, that is 40 plus 140 mm will be this length, total gross area length. Okay, so what the LVN, that is LVG, becomes 40 plus 50 into 2, that is 140 mm. When we go for the net area, that is LVN becomes 40, that is edge distance, plus 50 into 2, that is now total length is 140 mm, minus how much number of bolts to be reduced is, the number of bolts to be reduced is 1, 2 and 2.5. That is last bolt only half you need to consider, because the block shear will be taken to the center of the last bolt. So 1, 2 and 2.5 minus 22 mm bolt hole. So substituting that it will be 85 mm. Next one, ATG, that is in the shear tension plane. Here total tension plane is this one is 60 mm in the given in the question, then this is 60 mm, total is 120, that is gross length and tension plane length. Next, ATN becomes number of bolts to be reduced is, total length is 120 mm, reduction is one complete bolt. Okay, next one half bolt and this one is half bolt. So total is two number of bolts you need to reduce, one complete bolt and two half bolts. So total two numbers, 60 plus 60 minus 2 into 22, that is 76 mm. So AVG becomes LVG into thickness, the length is length into thickness, so that is 1400. LVN into TAVN you'll get, this is ATG you'll get, substituting all this ATN also you'll get, just multiplying the thickness of the plate for this length. So the area you'll be getting. Next, substitute the values for the this one formulas, two formulas. TDB1, by substituting it will becomes 408.51 you'll get, and by substituting for the second formula you'll get 417. So the minimum of these two values, TDB1 and TDB2, minimum is this one. This one is the minimum. So the TDB becomes 408.05. So when you see the design strength, tensile strength of the plate, that is TD will be minimum of TDG, that is gross area and net rupture area, gross strength, net rupture strength, and last one is the block shear strength. The minimum of these three will be the strength of the member. That is, let us see here, TDG is 454 and TDN is 395 and this is 408. So minimum is the rupture, the strength at the rupture 395. This will be the 395 will be the strength of the plate. Okay, so this is the end of the first one. Here only the design they have asked regarding the design of the need to find the design strength of the member. Okay, so let us complete the session here, end of the session here, and in the next coming sessions let us see some more design examples. Okay, if you have any doubts you can just put in the doubts, you can enter in the comment sections. Okay, thank you.